So a very important thing when you buy something that you're not used to, something that is new, service after the sale. So I had to reach out to Terraplex Ag because my performance of my drone really dropped down. Could not figure out, I wasn't having the lift that it had during my missions during the day. The flight was kind of unstable, everything else like that. So I called Ryan at Terraplex Ag, and he sent Dylan out today to pick up the drone, to take it over, take a look at it. What we found out was, so tell me what's going on here. So I'm spreading urea. I'm spreading an 80-20 urea AMS blend, and the urea is hitting the blades and causing, you would say what? That's a lot of breakup.
A lot of chipping going on with the urea hitting the blades. So service being a big part of Terraplex, we took the drone in, we replaced all these blades, we've got it out here doing a few test flights now, and seems to be running pretty good, doesn't it?
Oh, I would say that the performance is back to what it was before. The lift is a lot better. The propellers are a lot quieter. So that is a big thing when you're buying something. I definitely would recommend Terraplex Ag, as I've said in prior videos. If you haven't seen the other video, check it out. Mrs. Forro might put a card somewhere in here of the prior video when we went to pick it up in Odebolt. But Terraplex has locations where across Iowa?
So we're all across Iowa. We've got we got a location up in Brandon, South Dakota, one in Odebolt, Urbana.
Expanding too.
Yep, a couple other locations across the state of Iowa and other states.
That is awesome. So like I said, if you guys are in the need of any drones, and it's not just ag spray drones, they also sell DJI smaller mapping drones. Yep. They sell thermal drones. So if you're in need of any drone type of questions, anything like that, reach out to Terraplex Ag. You'll get to talk to nice people like Dylan or Ryan or a lot of the helpful staff that are there. But like I said, we are going to go ahead and keep test flying this. I've got 58 pounds of product in here. We'll probably do some screenshots so that you can see what's going on with this. So originally what I had it set at was 1,000 RPM, the spinner on the bottom. That's kind of that's generally what you would run, possibly doing a cover crop or some other stuff.
Yep.
The AMS and the urea, it's got a hard little pellet. And so I noticed on the other day when I was doing it that it kind of looked like bug splatters on the edge of my blade right here. It was kind of like little white bug splatters on this. Over time, those white splatters turned into jagged teeth, and jagged teeth and flying, we have a serrated blade, and we don't want that. So the performance of these things really dropped off. Doesn't seem like it'd be a big thing, but it can be a big thing on a big thing. So we ended up going ahead and get those replaced. And like I said, Terraplex Ag, like I said, definitely service after the sale was top notch. First thing today, you came out, picked it up, took a look at it, and like I said, was able to get it going, and now we got a whisper quiet flyer in the air. So we dropped the RPM down from 1,000. We're running at 800 RPM right now. Might even try it a little bit lower just to see what happens, but we're not seeing as many of the white dots on the propellers, which means that we're not getting as much damage on the rotors, longevity of the rotors, because I've got a lot of product to spread. Like I said, this makes me want to kick it up the gear. But
I think you'd just be okay setting your fairing.
Okay, I'm gonna go
faster, but
I'm gonna go ahead and just make it do it myself. So right now, what I'm doing is I'm making the I'm gonna call it the ferrying speed or the trolley speed or the deadhead speed. I'm gonna go ahead and make it go a little bit quicker out to the field. I was running at 16 feet per second. I'm bumping it up to 32 manually, and as I come into the starting point, because it's flying directly to the starting point. But I'm gonna go ahead and kick it up. I'm gonna slow it down. And then as I get closer to it, I'm going to slow it, go back to resuming the mission, and then it'll drop down and start doing its own thing. So we should be getting pretty close here. I'm going to go ahead and kick you guys on screen record. And I'm going to hit resume. And we're at 40 feet. The drone's going to drop down to its 10 feet. And it's making its way over. And we're coming down in a good way. In a good way. Yep. And so these two battery things up here. So one is that external battery, yep. And the other one's it will go off of that secondary one when this one's out, or does both of those have to be fully charged?
No, it'll go off of once that internal battery dies or is dead, then it'll kick over to that automatically.
Okay.
Then you can just pop in. You got the other battery. Once you get charged up the hub, you pop that in, and you're good to go. Keep going.
So it doesn't seem like that much down there to do, but like I said, we're making, so it's 50% open. Let's see what we're seeing on that front screen. A few pellets still, I mean, I think we're still gonna have pellets shoot now because that's pretty low, but. And that fan running on this is fine, just let it do its own thing.
Yep,
okay. I don't have to put ice cubes on it or
No.
pack it in dry ice.
Spray tank empty.
Okay, so now we're coming back. So I can see it from here. So I've got a line of sight on it. We're 2,400 feet from the right where we took off. It's on its way back. That a beeping sound is going to be coming back. And I'm going to again go ahead and kick up the deadhead speed so it's coming back at a little bit faster pace. You think it would be burning more battery going faster, but it seems like we're not just spinning the rotors at a high rate of speed at a slow rate. This allows us to at least utilize the full speed of the rotors and the speed coming across the ground. So we're coming in at 32.5, which I think I remember right is like 21 miles an hour approximately when I did the old Google search on that. So we're coming in hot to its home spot, and we are gonna land it, refill it, and like I said, Terraplex Ag, service after the sale. Yeah, so quiet coming in now. I got to go around it. Bring it. There we go. I'm like, where are we at? Oh, there it is. Okay, good. We're back. All right. So let's check those rotors. Yeah, if you on the front. See, like right, this is where it starts getting chipped up right there. See that one right there?
Yeah.
Maybe we slow it down and try that 750.
I might give Ryan a call and just see. I'll just let him know.
And maybe that's just what it's gonna do, you know. But my thing is, I'm like, if it slow it down more or what. But
I think like it might be a thing where we're
putting a lot of product out.
Yeah. Well, I know.
But my thing is, once I get done with this V, I'll be good to. Then I'm gonna switch over and I'll drop my rate down quite a bit. Which is there a way to change my script right now?
Rate, yes.
So right here,
you can change your rate. You can't change the...
Will it change all of the rest of the flight path? Like, so when I go, so if I hit resume, I drop this down to 25 pounds. Because I mean, I'm gonna be putting 450 pounds out here. So I'm gonna have plenty of product out here. I can do that right now. So we could try it.
You can try to drop that rate down right now. The only thing you can't change once you're in mission is the flight boundary, the flight path.
So right now I can do it. So I'm gonna go, I wanna just try, maybe we could have, why don't you call Ryan and ask him? I'm gonna go get some more product. Okay. I think we got enough battery to make it back and forth. I might just swap batteries so we don't run out. All right, so you talked to Ryan, what'd you find out on the speed?
Yeah, so Ryan said we can go ahead and drop the RPMs down to about 750. Okay. Give it a go. I mean, worst is gonna happen and it might plug up on us. We'll have to bump it up again, a little trial and error.
It'll tell us if it did.
It'll tell us if we have an issue.
Okay.
Other than that, he said maybe try the amount of product we're putting on.
Okay.
Take that down a little bit so we aren't having as much chipping.
Perfect. I think we got like an acre or two left here. Then we're gonna go over here to another field and probably drop that rating down to maybe half and just do a few more passes. You'll know where to find me this summer with the 4-row farmer. You'll find me spreading fertilizer. So.
Obstacle above aircraft. Fly with caution.
Like I said, these two buckets is just about.
Obstacle above aircraft.
What are we at 60? Is this a 60-pound load? 61.
Yep, 61.
I was gonna say it's bad when I've done enough buckets and I'm only two tons into it that I can tell how much is in there.
All right.
Perfect. All right, so I'm gonna go back here to do this so Mrs. Foro can put this on. So what we're doing is doing a little screen recording here. On here we have the task settings. I'm gonna still keep it that 100 pounds. I wanna finish this area at 100 pounds to the acre. We dropped that spinner speed, which is the bottom distributor. We dropped that down to 750. It was originally, like we said, 1,000 RPMs. We've dropped it down 250 RPMs. We still kept the same speed through the field once it starts dropping. We're running 9.8 feet above the crop. I know some of you guys wanted to see what the remote says. We're gonna show it to you. So we're gonna go ahead and let this go on mission and we're gonna hit resume. For some reason it's saying somebody's within 20 feet. I think Mrs. Forrow's legs would get hit if this thing was to take off right now. So we're gonna go ahead and say Mrs. Forrow's out of the way and we're gonna go ahead and let her roll. So here we go.
Aircraft preparing to take off. Stand back at a safe distance.
Or are they about the same? Are they about the same?
I think they're about the same.
Okay, okay. Because I'm like getting paranoid now that somehow the. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and kick it up. I'm gonna switch screen. No, don't pause. Don't pause. Freeze it. All right. Freeze it. Oh, gonna be down here in just a second.
Spray tank
See, then
empty.
it's like, how does it not do that little piece and that little piece? You know?
It'll come back at the end.
It'll come back in. So we just did a half an acre right there. So we have 2.63 acres left is what we have left to do. I'm gonna go ahead and throttle it up a little bit. I can have visual line of sight with it. Key thing right there. And then we'll check that, see if there's any more chipping or damage on the blade. Because otherwise it could be a lot of a blades per ton could be a little bit rough. So we might have to do something else. Plan B. Softer pellets. Wet them down. Wet them down. There you go.
Just start spraying.
Put a spray tank and a spreader box on.
Just saying, you can do some liquid nitrogen out.
I did call about that.
Did you?
Yeah, but I'm like, they're like, yeah, you can't get enough product on. I'm like, yeah, okay, I get it. I said I was just trying to not waste a trip through the field. You know, if I'm going through the field, I might as well be spraying something that's beneficial. Awesome news, we were able to get the first little chunk of the field done. Not done all the way with all of the application that we need to, but we got a good chunk of it done. So we got a good start to the next application that we'll be doing. We'll be doing another part of the field, getting some more fertilizer. Got some other areas that we're gonna be hitting as well. But we were able to get the first part done. I'm gonna fly the drone over, get it all rinsed off, get the urea off of it, get the fertilizer cleaned off so it's not corroding anything else like that. All right, so Dylan from Terraplex Ag just left, and great tips, great pointers on how to keep this drone in the air. I found out that I do probably need to replace those blades if I'm gonna try to do 100 pounds to the acre at a pass. I'm gonna be chewing up some blades. So I need to either lower my rate a little bit. I did slow the speed of the spinner down, which seemed to help. Also, we dropped that rate down a little bit on just an acre to try it down here in the V. And so that seemed to also help. So might just be making a few more passes than what I was planning on, but that's not a big deal. The battery usage is running good. The new blades helped with the performance, everything else like that. I'm gonna send this out. I've got about that much left on my map to do, which is probably like 1/4 of an acre, but on that much on my map. I'm gonna go out here and do it. I ran like 3 pounds short, 4 pounds short, whatever it was. I'm gonna go ahead and finish spreading that out. So thanks for watching. Remember to comment, like, and subscribe. And don't forget, share it and tell your friends. And like I said, we'd love to hear from you down in the comments. Also, Mrs. Four Rows here. She's just behind the camera, so let's go ahead and have her get over here.
Hey. Oh, I always say hey.
Yeah, it's all right. So what do we want to tell everybody?
Oh, well.
Thanks for watching.
Comment, like, subscribe.
Okay.